Hello, dear friends. Today I'm going to talk about self-love. Many people ask me, what is this self-love anyway? I think I do lots of things for myself. Is this self-love or I'm supposed to do different things? What is it? And let me tell you that it is actually, I would prefer to talk about self-love by starting telling what self-love is not, because sometimes talking about self-love can be, we can run into too many misunderstandings, like interpreting the concept of self-love like a green ticket to be totally selfish, to run over other people's wishes and just me against everybody. And this is exactly what it is not, self-love. That's why I would like to talk about self-love starting from a totally different perspective. What I discovered in my journey is that self-love starts with being thankful every day for the life that has been gifted to us. We are life, and to respect, honor, and nourish this life that we are as the most valuable gift. It is just the first big act of self-love. Because how can we, if we are life in motion, how can we not love life? So everything that we do against ourselves, against this piece of life that we are, is an unthankful act towards life itself, and not self-loving. For example, every time we think negative thoughts about ourselves, we are not nourishing and honoring the life that we are. When we are thinking we are unloved, unlovable, flawed, we can't do this, we should be more of this, less of that, we should do this, we should do that. So when we torture this piece of life with negative thoughts, this is really not an act of self-love. Of course, this negative thinking is an unconscious behavior, so it's not something you can really do something about it if you don't become first conscious about it. But exactly this is the point, that what you can do is enhance your awareness and look at yourself and the way you respond to life, to understand your brain patterns, and to understand if you are acting in a self-caring mode or against yourself. So this is very, very important, not to torture the life that you are, and to, when you notice your mind has turned against yourself, just to do something about it. The second thing that is very, very important, especially for women, but also for men, is that when you become a doormat of another human being, in any relationship in life, you are not respecting the divine life that you are. Like thinking that other people are always better than you, having self-doubt, putting other people on a pedestal, all the time comparing yourself and feeling yourself less than somebody else. This is really not honoring your life. What was very important for me in my journey, what was very important to learn about self-love, was to understand that every time I allow somebody to intoxicate my inner space, I'm not taking care of the life that I am. So with this I mean that there are people that maybe are not yet in a certain level of awareness, and or maybe they are still, let's say, slave of negative emotions, and they are very intoxicated, very angerful and negative and so on, and sometimes they just come and think you are the trash bin for their negative emotions. So this is something we should just take care of, that this is not happening so easily to ourselves, because this is really an attack against our energy, and it brings the energy down, and we don't want this to be happy in life. Our energy must always be as high as possible. So not only single people, but also fear-based thinking outside there from the media, fearful thinking from society, from economy, everything outside there that actually can really bring your energy down. It needs to be understood, and it is important that we become aware of it, because becoming aware of it, then we can set boundaries. We can set boundaries to which extent I allow this, and do I allow it at all, and so we can play with it. So I'm not telling to set up walls and become disconnected because there are good and bad energy, or no, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about each of us is, of course, in different stages in their awareness, and if sometimes it happens that unconsciously people are hurting your space or attacking your space like this, then it is self-love just to take care of it, that it doesn't happen. Otherwise, starting to change our thinking and understanding that everything that is so-called bad in life is not against us, but is there to propel us in a higher level of awareness in life. So it is self-love when you understand that everything that happens to you, every experience, good or bad, is just an act of love. It's just life itself that is trying to propel you to the next level of existence, which will bring, for sure, a better life, better situations, better people in your life. So just try to go through life without being wounded, but accepting life with all that it is, good and bad. This is a self-care act, a self-love act, because you are not drawn, and you don't get wounded and become a victim and stuck in this negativity, which doesn't lead you anywhere in life, but you are allowing the bad, allowing the darkness, going through it gracefully as possible, is allowing you to get to a better place afterwards. And if we are aware of this, loving life, ourselves, other people, everything that is just a natural consequence. Because you see, we experience we experience the bad only through the good. As long as we are in our form, in this physical body, there is no other way to learn in life if not through dualities. So if nothing bad happens to me, I will never have the possibility to become stronger, to understand and appreciate what will be better than afterwards. So this is really loving it all. It's just self-love. Loving life is self-love, because you are a part of life. You are life itself. And we are not the persona we believe to be. We are not the ego mind and the identity and the role that we think and believe we are, but we are just the universe in ecstatic motion. We are just the universe in becoming. And it's about loving life as this is who we are, and stepping out of this persona and identity and ego that keep us trapped in the mind and in the belief that we are disconnected, that everything happens against us and blah blah blah, and this is really not serving our happiness. So what are the signs that you are not aligned with life and you are not honoring self-love? Well, when we are depressed, in anger against everything and everybody, obsessed, addicted to thoughts, to sex, addicted to food, to almost everything. When we are stressed, anxious, we can be sure that we are not loving and honoring the life that we are. The good thing is that we can change our reality. We can change our reality by aligning our thoughts and our emotion about life, people, and situations. We can choose at any time to respond to life, people, and situation in a way or another. If we are aware of the way we are acting or emoting in a situation, we have any time the possibility to change this. And yes, so self-love is also to give yourself the time and the space to do this kind of, I call it work, but it's not a work because it's for your own happiness and fulfillment. So to have this beautiful opportunity to look at yourself with awareness, like an observer, like from outside, and just slowly trying to change this way of emoting and thinking, because with this your internal chemistry will change and will align itself more to the chemistry of life, of existence. Self-love is also to look for places where you can drop your ego identity, your persona, even if for a while, and just experience what you truly are. Try to learn thyself more. Try to understand what is that I love, what is that I thrive with, what's my passion. And that's why it's so important to give yourself, to present yourself with retreats, with silent retreats, with meditation, with yoga classes, with everything and every space that allows you to be who you are without this mask of the persona, without having to effortlessly not effortlessly, the opposite is the case. So with a lot of effort to keep and preserve this identity. So I think that it's almost clear what self-love is. I would like to say, just to conclude, that self-love is not a green card to be totally narcissistic and believe that, I live once, tomorrow I will die, so I go and do whatever I want to do. But exactly the contrary is the case, is to enhance your awareness and your integrity and your heart space to such an extent that you can be in life with good, with bad, with everything, and always be stable, setting the right boundaries and having this healthy selfishness that allows you to go through good and bad without being too wounded and without losing yourself, if this is possible anyway. So I hope this helped you. And if there is something you haven't understood or you think you have misunderstood, please just leave me a comment. I will be more than happy to answer you, and be sure that there are no understanding about this this beautiful thing that is love and self-love and life. I send you lots of love. Thank you so much and talk to you soon. Bye.